Hello everyone, and welcome to the second series I am doing covering Kaiserrrich. This time we are going to be playing as the Austrian-Hungary Empire. Yes, the Austria-Hungary Empire. We shall get a new game. For those of you that don't know what Kaiserrrich is, it is the alternate history mod for Hearts of Iron 4, where Germany won World War I. So if you look here, Wilhelm II is still in charge of Germany, and it's the German Empire. Britain is now the Union of Britain. The royal families ran away and is actually in charge of Canada, the Dominion of Canada. And so yes, Communist France, Russian Republic, everything's all higgledy-piggledy. But yes, we are going to be playing as the Austria-Hungary Empire. A bit like my Austria is Hungary, Hearts of Iron 4 basic game, except in this alternate history. Select country. Everything's not going well for Austria, though. I'm going to let you watch this brief little video from the developers of Kaiserrrich, just to give you a quick rundown of the situation we are in for the beginning of this Let's Play. Hope you will enjoy it, and I hope it makes you understand the sort of position we are in.
After the assassination of Franz Ferdinand in 1914, the Austrian ultimatum to Serbia set up a chain of alliances that would ignite the Balkans, and then the world. Some laud the Weltkrieg as Austria's most glorious victory. The truth, however, is far less glamorous. The ineffective Austro-Hungarian army collapsed almost entirely against the stagnant Italian front and the hammer of advancing Russian forces, and by the end of the war was a mere proxy of German general command. Austria stood amongst the victors in the end, but the Weltkrieg revealed the empire as a deeply corrupt and inept state on the brink of complete dissolution. Kaiser Karl I, ascending to the crown in these trying times, was aware of his precarious position. His multi-ethnic empire was bursting at the seams, and only a drastic change of course would allow it to survive the 20th century. The young Kaiser's federal politics have chipped away at Hungarian authority, who now act increasingly independent of the dictates of Vienna. This Hungarian frustration is poised to bubble to the surface in the planned 1937 Ausgleich negotiation, an attempt at rewiring the crippled apparatus of state and crumbling institutions. While weakened, Emperor Karl I remains a powerful symbol of Austrian hegemony. A renewed military build-up of the common army, loyal only to the Emperor of Austria, foreshadows Karl's ambitions to do away with the scheming Hungarians and once again stretch his absolute power from Vienna to Budapest. Austria is surrounded by enemies within and without. Retreating Ottoman influence has left the Habsburg state once again as the sole protector of balance in the Balkans. In Italy, a syndicalist state, no more than a sock puppet of the French communards, masses at Austrian borders. In the meantime, even Germany, Austria's historical ally, no longer hides its contempt for its weakening neighbour. Surrounded and threatened, will Austria-Hungary finally wither and die, or will Karl I reclaim his family's legacy and show the world the true power of a unified Austria-Hungary?
So yes, things aren't really going well for Austria-Hungary at the moment. We do own a quite nice big amount of land though, because this is technically us here, the Austrian Empire. Then Bohemia, Lodomeria and Illyria are all puppets. They are essentially my land, I essentially own them. And the Kingdom of Hungary is, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like a step up. They've got control of themselves. Illyria, Bohemia, and Galakia Lodamana Minamana Maria don't have control over themselves. I've got control of them. The Kingdom of Hungary is owned by me, but they have control of themselves. So that is our starting position. Let's start. Iron Man, Austrian Empire, 7 player. Right, let's take a look at our research. Lovely, lovely. And what do we start off with? 1936. Weapons motorized is quite good. Okay, and support equipment, we start off with recon. Don't start off with field hospitals, which is the main one I like from here. Tanks, we start in 1934. Light tanks, no heavy tanks. Artillery, just 1934 tech. No doctrines, only 1922 ships. Yeah, well, that makes sense because we're mainly a landlocked nation. We're not really a big naval nation. No naval doctrines. 1936 naval bombers, but that's just it. We're going to want to get close to air supporting fighters ASAP. Nothing there. Oh, nothing there. That's normal, actually. I was about to say that's not normal. Oh, we don't even start off with basic machining tools. That's abnormal. You normally at least get that. Right, we'll get that straight away then. Now we'd normally go this and probably this next, because we do have 4 research slots. That's quite good. But we can't go for this yet, because we've got to get that. So you know what? We're probably going to need synthetic oil eventually. So let's get that out the way right off the bat, because it takes a long time. It takes a long ass time. Nearly a year to research synthetic oil. And let's just double check that we do need it. Yeah, I've only got... Well, there's not a lot of oil in our area. There is 70 oil over here in Iron Guard, Romania. National Populists. So if we take over and conquer them, we would have enough oil. But that's a big if, because I have no idea how this game's going to go. Because from years, all I know about Austria-Hungary in Kaiserrrich is that they don't like Italy, because that's what was in that wee video I showed you. I've literally never played them before. Okay, so let's take a look at our focus trees. There's quite a lot here. How far down does this... Whoa! Holy moly, there's a lot of focus to go on. Now it looks like every single tree is laced with military factories, civilian factories, and all that sort of thing. So we're going to need to work out what half of these things do. General elections. This focus will eventually be automatically bypassed and will unlock the other focus trees. So I take it as like my Union of Britain one. It had that first one that's automatically bypassed and you chose things in it. And then looks like we're going to have either public welfare reforms or National or State Council. We'll need to work out which one of these we want to go down. Create the KK Panzertruppen. So these are military. The new KUK army. Army. Fighter focus, bomber focus. And economic rehabilitation. Skoda. Okay, a research slot nearly right off the bat. Yeah, we want that ASAP, so we're definitely going to go for the economic. And that's 100 political power. That's quite good. Expand the Austrian airbase. Expand domestic farms. Well, that's quite smart. It just adds building slots. Port for Estaria. Yeah, two naval bases. That's quite good. Everything's quite good. Invite others to the Vienna Circle. But anyway, economy, first of all. The most important thing at the beginning of a Hearts of Iron / Kaiserreich game. You have unassigned divisions and no divisions in basic training, free dockyards, free military factories, and free civilian factories. Okay, let's start off with the civilian factories. And as we can see here, this will show you, it's quite easy to see what I was talking about earlier if we just click on civilian factory. Now, we own This land here. But it's counted as foreign territory for whenever I want to do anything with it, or etc, etc. Or etc, with it, or etc, etc. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I was trying to say. But you notice these countries here, I can. Let's get the wording correct. It's because what I was talking about earlier. They're integrated puppets, i.e. they're my bitches. This guy is an autonomous dependency, i.e. he's my bitch, but he's still got the autonomy of his own self. Which is a pain. I would like to control him as well. It's actually... oh, planes. Oh, that's his own planes. Okay. I'm going to take all my planes. Empty them out. Let's see if I got any other airfields with planes in. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. That's that done. Right, back to our factories. We want to build civilian factories. Let's build them all in my territory, first of all, anyway. Oh, just want one everywhere. And did I get their factories? Let's take a look. I get 5 from trade, owned from exports, and US 18. If I go here, details, they have no military factories, they have 7 civilian factories. They've got 2 civilian factories. They've got 6. So that was 6, 7, not you, and 2. So that's 15. I've got 18. So no, I'm not getting to use their civilian. Okay. So if we go back into that, I'm not using their civilian factories to build things. So if I went like this, +3, because their factories are building it. Ah, there we go. So I can tell them how to do stuff, and I can also help them. If this was higher up, I'd be helping them build factories. So first of all, let's tell them to build factories of their own. Let's tell these guys to build factories of their own. This is going to be quite an interesting Let's Play, actually. Because it's like you're playing several countries at once. It's said my factories are going to start helping them by the time they're finished. I'm going to have to tell the stuff I'm building myself to jump up if I don't want to help them. So we've got 3 countries to keep an eye on. I wish it'd have something up here to tell me they weren't working on something. Because I've never had a puppet like this close to me before. In any Hearts of Iron game. So I don't really know, did they build on their own if I've not given them orders to build stuff, like I have here? So as we can see here, they're building 3. You know, that's way too much. It's going to take them that long. Let's just get them started on building 3 factories. Let's get you started on building 3 factories. Let's get you started on building... oh, you don't even get to use any of your factories. So you're going to completely rely on my factories when we get to you. Okay, but at least these guys have +3 because they're building it on their own. And that's a start there. Right, 3 military factories. They didn't even have any. Okay, we're going to need infantry equipment. We're going to need support equipment. We're going to need motorized. And we're going to need artillery. We're not going to need light tanks. We are going to need fighters, and we are going to need naval bombers, and we are going to need close air support, but we don't even have any. That leaves us 5 factories to play with. But we're not using either of them yet, as far as I'm aware. Let's check our divisions, actually. Right, that division's empty and bland. That division's got artillery. This division, that's light tanks, we don't even have any. Let's just get rid of that. I'm not wanting to use it. Mountains with artillery. Garrison. This is garrison troopers. Cavalry. Right. So we're not using that yet. Let's put 2 there. We're not using that yet. We're not using that yet, so we don't need them. Let's put 2 there. That leaves us 1 spare. Let's go for infantry equipment. Okay, 3 dockyards. We have 2 dockyards. Convoys. What ships do we have here? We have 6 battleships, 4 crews. What type of CA? Is that heavy cruiser? Heavy cruiser, yes. CA is heavy cruiser, CL's light cruiser. So we've got 4 heavy cruisers, 8 light cruisers, 20 destroyers, and 8 submarines. Submarines should probably be in a different fleet. Because they're super slow, are they not? All submarines into their own fleet. Brilliant. Oh, so we do have at least a port of our own. And I think we're just going to produce more destroyers. So that's not a bad fleet to start off with. So we've got convoys, destroyer 1. And you're going to spawn there. As for these guys, select them. There was another port. Let's just move these guys to that port. So I don't get them muddled up. And we can just merge. Just click here, merge. And if we start building submarines, we'll build them down here. Right. Let's take a look at our military now. Right, we want all these to be the ones which support artillery. Right, so modify these into... We need manpower, we've got total artillery, we need 40, but that'll be brilliant. That'll be happy, that'll be fine, that'll be dandy, so we can come in here. Yep, you're redundant, we do not need you. There's no need for you to be there when the other one's just better. Mountain troops will leave as is for now. Garrisons will leave as is for now. Cavalry will leave as is for now. Right. Let's take all of them out. Take the cavalry out. Hope we missed these 2. This is going to be our main army. Move them there like so. I'm not sure where we're going to use them yet. And we're going to want to exercise them. Let's get them up their ranks. Right, now we just want these guys here. It's going to be our garrisons. Problem is, they're going to have an awfully large area to garrison. So we're probably going to want to train some more. Is that a tiny... No, it's not. State and land was cut into 2 there. Lovely. Let's give this guy a general, a field marshal. Field marshal. Let's do it. Let's see. By skill, we've got a general, armor, panzer leader. No, we're going to want to save him for our tank guy. So we're not going to want to use him. Oh, we've got a second one that'll be good for tanks. What's this guy? Leader experience gain. Oh, that's bad. What's this guy got? Mountaineer. Not bad. Go for this guy. As for you, this army could eventually get pretty big. Is that a general we chose? General, yep. So for this guy... Mountaineer and out of supply. Huh. Hellfire, winter attrition. Ah, but these could get quite big. I will go for this guy. He's not It could get quite big, so we could use a field marshal. And he's not going to get a lot of fighting anyway. Well, probably not. Hopefully not. Right. Let's now train, add 3 units. So we want to be training quite a lot of these guys. And for now, we'll train one of each of these, set them to the same place. So we can set up a training army. Just because these guys, we might add some military police to our horses. And garrisons, good defense, low manpower, so we can stick both of them in there. And they can be on garrison duties everywhere. I think we're ready to advance time. No template, airplanes in reserve. Resources, do we want to trade for resources? We don't have a lot of factories. Okay, let's go look at our production. What is hurting from it? Right, you're fully. You could use our rubber. You could. You know what? I feel like we can survive with those low resources. For now, anyway, because we're not desperate for those things, like motorized or planes, as of yet. So let's start advancing time. Speed things up. Oh, I want to go wild with the FAQ. Tell me. Whoa. Okay. Pause. The situation of Austria, 1936. Basically, just the video ticket. Now, thank you, Kaiserrrich team. Great job. I want to know everything. There we go. Right, let's turn time back on and just take a look at the world and its situation. Authoritarian democratic. Social democratic. Paternal autocrats. Okay, they've got a lot of little faction buddies. All of them are nation states. Plus Germany has a lot of little tidbits here, there and everywhere. They even have some land down here, close to Australia. I think they do. They even own Madagascar. And whatever this little island here is, too. So yes, Germany really is an empire. What about these guys? Let's take a look at them. We need a world tension of 75% to justify war goals. So we're a pretty non-warmongery faction at the moment. Because I'd like to take over some of this land, especially there for the oil. Assassination of President Kerensky. How barbaric! Is that the Russian praise? Larv Krumlov. Kingdom of Finland. Sweden, Norway, Denmark. Dominion of Canada! Let's speed things up to level 4. Well, that's 5. Oh, that'll do for now. It's auto-saving. I don't know who we're going to go to war with first. Let's just put them on the border with Italy. Because we know Italy don't like us. The King of Britain. Interesting. I shall stroke my beard and say, interesting. Italian Federation. Apparently, Paris just owns them eventually. The Socialist Republic of Italy, Commune, and France are in the same faction. Oh, wait a minute. That's the faction that France owns. This one is more friendly, I think. With me. Black Monday hits Austria, gains national spirit. Oh no, this is... Oh, this does not look good. Pause. A Black Monday has hit Germany, and it would not be long before its shockwave rippled across Europe. Given its close proximity, Austria was among the first to be affected. The economy is struggling, and troubling times lie ahead. Gains the national spirit aftermath of Black Monday, which grants national unity 20%. Ouch! Production efficiency cap negative 20%. Ouch! Factory output negative 50%. Ouch! Construction speed negative 60%. How are we meant to rebuild Austria with that? And resources to market negative 40%. Nicht gut. That's advanced time again. Right. The Emirate of Afghanistan declared war on Dominion of India. Okay. Economic rehabilitation plan. So at least we're trying to rebuild. Oh wait, cancelled! Our economy must be ready for such an undertaking. Well, we can't go after that. We've got to wait to let that do itself. Needs to be more than world tension 10%. I don't think there's a single one we can do. There's not a single national focus we can undertake at the moment. I thought it was too good to be true that that research slot was only one away. Especially when you started off with 4 research slots. Civilian economy. We're going to have to try and increase our popularity and stability then. Good stability. Does it say how we get rid of this? Aftermath of Black Friday. Research time. Oh, at least there's negative 2%. Recruitable population plus 2.5. Austria-Hungarian ties. Daily political power gain. And plus an extra 5 consumer good factories. Ugh. We need to get rid of that. Embrace purism. Does not own chess. Does not own... Status quo. Military occupation. This focus will eventually be automatically bypassed and will unlock the focuses below. So 1937, that one will automatically be bypassed. And I take it that's where we choose is like, right, these are just noms. I take it that's where we actually form the Austro-Hungarian Empire, one big faction again. So we just nom 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 nom, and you're mine again. Right. The 5th Anglo-Afghani War. Who cares? Come on. Come on, lag spike. Gridlock in France. Yep. Things are not going the best. Look at that. Factory output negative 30%. Oh, and look how tiny our production efficiency caps are. Oh. When's this factory going to be finished? The Russian Republic declared war on the Soviet Union. A second Russian Civil War. Look at that. 2 little tiny Russian Republic strongholds. This will be finished in when? 17th of April 1937. That's not too bad. For just having the few factories. When's mine going to be done? 29th of August 1937. Well, expected mine to be done sooner than that. Ah, but are they getting the negative 30% like I am? Yeah, they are. Russian Republic declared on war in the Kingdom of Finland. So Russia's still just eating people for breakfast. We can do it. What can we do? What can we do? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Right, pause, 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 pause. There's Republic, Queer Corn, Don Cuban, Yin. Right, gain national spirit, general elections of 1936, which grants nothing. Right, we can now do expand the military. Can't do that yet, that's going to auto pass. So we as well do expand the military. It's the only thing we can do. Start. National focus, general elections of 1936. So I take it these are just going to keep popping up on the screen like the Union of Britain's version. Let's see. Okay. Come on, general elections. How's their training going? Okay. This everything here stalled. Because we're waiting for the goods from our factories. Yeah, not the best. Right. Opening of school and Espedebedebede rally. Even if the economic situation of Austria is in dire, for a while the first years after the Weltkrieg, when the Espedebedebede still cooperated in their governance, saw widespread reforms in education and welfare. Academies for specialist workers begun construction, workers' pensions were introduced, and child labour was once and for all eliminated. Vienna has been regarded as a frontrunner in socialist circles. Today, a new academy is opening in the 9th district of Vienna, with the blah sees a major success of theirs. Many speeches and various politicians are held, Karl Renner always standing in the background. Renner has been effective in a party since had goodwill of their cooperation with the Crown. The efforts are praiseworthy. We will get daily political power gain -10, Social Democrats support +2, change in the population, Social Democrats. Daily political power gain -10, Social Democrat supports +02, change population to 02. Guest event, Alder denounces the SPAD. Right. So which one's the social ones? We don't have a lot of socials. Yeah, I think we want to stay blue. So, Germany's our buddy. They're slightly more Social Democrat and Social Conservatives. Let's just stay blue. Alright. Next. What next decision do we have to make? Medium popularity. Social demise. Could actually use more blue. Actually, red will be getting bigger. We probably should have went the big red one and tried to make the red as big as possible. Right, the S invites to the hunt. The CS, blah, 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 if he wants to. One of the two options we have: 80% chance to get a successful hunt for the CS, 10% chance hunting an accident, Prince Otto hurt. We'll see if he wants to. Hopefully he won't get hurt. 80% chance he's going to do fine. 80% chance he's going to do fine. Play engine popularity plus 3%. Brilliant. So we can see. Oh, it's the blue faction that we are thinking, making bigger. Okay, good. Brilliant. Social Democratic Party. And we got the two the wrong way around. I just had social and thought red. No idea how the wars are going to turn out here. Kingdom of Ukraine. Poland's tiny. Obviously, we're going to want to first gobble up everything here properly. Then maybe Romania, Bulgaria, start gobbling other things up and gobble, 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 gobble. Ukraine. First International Congress, an interesting development. Research is going fine. We're expanding the military is our focus, is going fine. Going to make the first part quite a wee bit longer, so it increases its searchability. So when people, I always like doing that in the first part, because when people search, say, Hartsvaran, Kaiserreich, Austria-Hungary, instead of like part 5 popping up, which is going to be a pain for everyone, if part 5 was the longest and had the longest viewing of, that's what would happen. So I'll make the first part bigger than the others, so it's always the first one to pop up. The final council elections are in. Well, this was called overwhelming majority of the yes, Austria is blah 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 blah. Even more political problems. Right, but luckily this is getting bigger, which might increase our popularity if we get it much bigger soon, which is going to help a lot if we get to high popularity. Between 60 and 80. Oh, we're so close. We should have went with that other one. I knew we should have. That increased our power gain. Over 80%. Oh, we're still paused. We meant to unpause. Oh wow, look at our unity. Ugh. General election bypass of 1936. Yay. Lovely. Now how do we get rid of this aftermath of the Black Monday? Divided society. Need more political power. It appears we can't go after this one now. Oh, this depends on which party you choose, and then it gives you the... Okay. Fill the coffers. We need fill the coffers! It lowers the Black Friday. We need to go down this. Now, that was a research finish, wasn't it? Let's go straight after mechanical computing, maximize our stuff. But I'm almost tempted to get rid of this, but it's nearly done, so we'll leave it 20 days. Then we want to definitely get fill the coffers to lower the aftermath of Black Friday. Then we definitely want to get this straight away as well to improve it even more. And then that even more. Turned economy. Yeah, we want this. We want this. So we're going to go blam down here, then blam down there so we can get what we need. Then we'll have a good economy. We'll be able to then focus even more on the economy. Then I'll be laughing. Then we'll have a good economy. We'll have turned things around. But we need to get there first of all. So we're going to let this finish. 10 army experience will be handy. It will allow me, once we research those field hospitals, to add them to my divisions. Because I say this all my Hearts of Iron Let's Plays. You want field hospitals. Your most valuable resource is manpower. And it is a resource, it is definitely finite. It is a very finite resource. And anything that... Well, technically it reduces your loss of this resource. Because the level 1, you get 10% of it back whenever it's lost. Level 2, you get 20%, yada yada yada. Very powerful field hospitals. So yes, very valuable, and the more finite your manpower resource is, obviously the more important they are. But it's definitely something you never want to squander as manpower, and you want to save it as much as possible. Boom boom. May as well putting someone in here. This guy's good with submarines, so we're not going to get this. Number of ships in the first contact. They've all just got that, so we've got to put that admiral in there. Oh, and brilliant, brilliant. Give me this. The political power will be beautiful. And in here, you can have Mr. Submarine. Mongolia is now at war with Maklikyu, or however it's meant to be pronounced. You could be in charge of the submarines, Mr. Admiral. So, yes, not much really war-wise going on around us anyway at the moment. I'm guessing it's countries like the Union of Britain supporting Soviet Russia. It's countries like Union of Britain that are really going to tear things up here when they start trying to conquer like Ireland. That'll probably drag Germany into the war. You know what? Asked to join faction. There's more world tension, but we probably will be joining Germany. Fight alongside the Germans, buddies. And we really need to strengthen ourselves so we're not just hiding behind Germany, we're actually taking the fight to our enemies. And I'd love to conquer the rest of this area here. Maybe even go over and start kicking Ottoman, but as I said, I really don't know what options are available to this faction yet. 15% world tension already, mostly generated by the Russian Republic. So even though the Russia's a republic, they're still being quite aggressive. The death of Pius VI. The 11th. That's not 6, that's 11. How terrible. How's our research going? We're about to finish basic machine tools. That is going to be gorgeous. We really need it. We really need that. Let's take a look at our production. Yeah, it's really low. We really need it. Still nothing even appearing here. We've got the manpower, we just don't have the factories producing goods. Construction's really going to help too. Right, come on, basic machine tools. Finished. Get me concentrated. We really need that factory output. We need that factory output plus 15. The remilitarization of Olentia. No more than Romanians walking into their own back guards. The death of Pius. Send our condolences to Rome. Oh, we don't want to waste political power. Oh, that's plus 100 political power. We really want that. Bung. Declared war on Portugal. We now have the political power. Could go to good stability. But if we ever go to 0 political power, we'll drop right back down to average. So we don't want to waste. I understand how to raise my stability. We don't want to waste our 150 political power by going back to it now and having San come along and say, you need to lose 50 political power. Because if we reach 0, we're going to go straight back down to average. And if we get to negative 50, we're going to go down to low. Then there's very low, and then there's disaster. So we're not going to modify our government yet. We're going to want at least... I'm going to try and keep a surplus of 150 political power at all times, so we're not going to throw away and waste any. The Kingdom of Finland and the Russian Republic have signed a white peace. Well, that's unusual. But interesting. White pieces isn't really something you normally see in Hearts of Iron. Used to see them a lot in Europa Universalis and older thingy games. But not a lot here. Construction's nearly done. We really need our factory stuff. We really need our factory research. This Black Friday is slitting our throats. Oh, it's not Black Friday, it's Black Monday. Oh yeah, Black Friday would actually be quite good for us. We'd get lots of sales and our economy would flourish. Stability, what does it actually do again? Factory output, yeah, we really need good stability. But we're not actually even generating a lot of political power, are we? Plus 0.02. Yeah, not great. But if memory serves, this gives us 100, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So that'll give me 100 surplus, so we'll be able to go up, and that'll help quite a lot. National Syndicalists achieve an Italian majority. Interesting. Okay, I take it that's down here. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like these guys might be our first enemy. You can stop training now, because you're going to be stop using up the military equipment. It can start going to the recruits. Over here, hopefully. Now that these guys aren't breaking it. Did I have these guys training? There's no real need for those guys to be training, breaking military equipment. They're not going to be seeing a lot of battle. 13 days for construction. Speed things up again for a bit. Revolution in Siam. Interesting. The Turkestan Khani. Double war going on there. Two-pronged attack. It's a tiny little nation there. Empire of Japan. Oh, saves a lot this game. Oh, construction's finished. Should we go straight for a excavation? No, I think we're really desperate for fighters and close air support, so I say we're desperate, but when I think about it, not really. I just want them so I can start producing them. But I don't think we're going to be in war anytime soon. We're not a aggressive nation. Resource efficiency gain. We'll get it out of the way. We'll get it out of the way. We'll go for the resource efficiency gain. Fill the coffers. Factory output. Resources to market. We really need this. Not that bothered about resources to market. But factory output and national unity, we need... Well, national unity, we're not at war, so we don't need, but it's kind of scary. 35%? Anyone takes like a single city, we're going to capitulate. Let's start advancing time again. Oh yes, we were able to... Where is it? Average stability. Let's go to good stability. Because we got the surplus I wanted. That's going to help with our factory output quite a bit. Which we've got a free military factory. Where from? Where did we get a free military factory from? Oh, well, I'm not going to be complaining. One of these guys might have been able to build one or something. Or Hungary might have built one and they might have to give me a certain percentage of them or something like that. So let's put it into guns. Prepare the guns! Because we need a lot of guns. We need a lot of guns. Look at that, that efficiency cap is quite a lot higher now thanks to the research, etc. Yada, yada, yada. Lovely. We kind of needed it. We were kind of desperate. Okay, let's see, what is this? Meddling in the Polish election. The Poles have recently made moves. The new king, after 20 years of regency, the election president pressure the Poles to elect Karl Albrecht from Habsburg. Do not interfere. Let's pressure. Let's put pressure on them. Yeah, that's our guy. Let's pressure them to elect our guy. We might get these guys Regency Council. We might get these guys to join us if they accept. Let's see. Did they vote to join me? Did they vote my king as their king? Let's see. For almost 2 decades, the Polish throne has been remained empty. After the end of the war cry, A Regency Council was convened to elect the new Polish king. However, constant interference and Kaiserrrich prevented the council from electing the king for all these years. But now, after many years and intense debate, has the chambers of the Polish Regency Council decision has finally been made to elect a new monarch and the long vacant Polish throne. The coronation of was held in Palace at Warsaw earlier in the year. The regency is finally over. So they elected someone different. They elected this guy. They didn't elect my king to be their king. Oh well. I wonder if it's even possible for them to elect my king as their king. Probably it's just a negative upon them. Elected, blah 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 blah. The Arab Congress. I wonder if I've seen this before. Right. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well. That shall be a part here, folks. We've started off the establishment of the Austrian-Hungarian return to glory. As a nation, we've sort of set the scene for the rest of this Let's Play. We're going to be building up. We're going to be repairing this horrible, horrible economy. And then we're going to be repairing it even more. Research slot and all. Then we're going to be going to war. So yes, hope you've all enjoyed this. Join me on for the next part. I'll see you all there. Bye-bye.